You ready?
Yep.
Yep. How's it going? I'm John Peckman. This is the John Peckman Podcast, coming to you from the podcast studio of Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance here in beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, start looking left. You can't miss us. And we are here today. We are here with Clara Guilmette. Not only is she banjo teacher here at Connecticut Valley, she's also a recent winner of the International Bluegrass Music Association Scholarship and also one of the founding members of the trio Bend in the River Bluegrass Trio. So we're going to talk about all that stuff. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Talk about all that stuff. Where do you want to start? Are you from here? You're from Portland?
I am from Portland. Yep.
Nice. How does one get interested in bluegrass here in Portland, Connecticut?
I got interested from my parents. They played some bluegrass music around town.
Oh, really? So they're players?
Yep, they're players, and they played it, with their CDs and the house. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to the bluegrass music and heard banjo, and I was like, that's cool.
Really?
I want to play that.
What do your parents play?
My dad plays drums, actually, in a town.
Not in a bluegrass
town band.
band.
No, in a town band called the Gray Hill Mountain Band. And then my mom just plays guitar when she can.
Does she play bluegrass?
Not really. She mostly just listens and sings.
Oh.
She
so
sings.
there was just so out of all the music in your house, you zeroed in on that, the bluegrass when you heard it.
Yeah, my dad did pick up. He plays guitar, and so he would play like some country stuff.
Sure.
And then he also plays dobro.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. So how banjo out of all the instruments, how did that happen?
I actually saw a video of the Chicks.
Okay.
The Chicks now.
Sure.
Yep. I saw a live video of them, and there was a close-up of Emily, their banjo player. And
You're like, what's that all about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty much. I was 5.
Oh, wow.
So.
That's cool.
Yep.
So when did you get your first banjo? Like, how does one start?
My Nuna and Papa got me my first banjo when I was 6.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It was a 3/4 size, so there was only about 17 frets on it.
Okay. And how many are there normally?
22, 23.
Okay.
And when I started lessons with a good friend of ours of the family, Mr. Dave Porteous, I had to take the resonator off of it, the wooden back part, and then I capoed on the 5th fret so that I could reach, because I couldn't reach all the way to the top yet.
Sure. That's funny.
Yeah.
So even 3/4 size, you still needed.
I still had to dismantle the head and capo. Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, is that so? That obviously that's very young to be playing banjo.
Yeah.
Wow.
There weren't a lot of players around here my age.
Right. I can't imagine. Or there probably not many now, are there?
Well, when you go to bluegrass festivals, I've met a few that are my age, and we'll jam together at the festivals. Yep.
Wow, that's exciting. So you had a teacher from around here?
Yep.
Are they hard to find?
They are hard to find. We were lucky that our friend played and offered to teach me.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Was it hard?
In the beginning it was hard, like all things, but then you practice it and it gets easier. And what's cool about the banjo is it's an open G tuning.
Okay.
And so when you move something, it just becomes the same lick, but in a different key.
Right,
so once you wrap your brain around how that works, then, all these possibilities start opening up, and you start creating your own stuff.
Right, that's interesting. So it's not like a guitar that's completely chromatic.
No.
It has an open tuning. Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. All right. I don't know much about banjo. Are there different styles or techniques, or do you want to explain that a little?
Sure. So there's claw hammer or frailing style that's more Appalachian music.
Okay.
You have your hand in a claw formation, like this, and you strum down on the strings with your index or middle finger, and then you pluck the top high string with your thumb on like the offbeats.
Okay.
It's kind of like a boom chick of guitar.
Right. Sure.
And that's called claw hammer or frailing, and a lot of songs that are associated with that are in modal tunings.
Okay.
Or like an old, like a old time music is used with that style. And I'm not super well versed in that style, but I do know how to do it. What I'm most comfortable in what most bluegrass players play is called Scruggs style or three finger style, and that's when you have your 3 finger picks and you play with the rolls, and that's all the rolls in the hard driving bluegrass country music.
Is clawhammer older?
Yes, I would say it's older.
So Scruggs style came later.
Yeah, when Earl Scruggs joined Bill Monroe's in the band.
Okay, so he kind of revolutionized in a way.
He did, yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Wow. And when would that have been?
I believe it's 1949.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
So are there still some old timers that are like, I don't play that newfangled Scruggs stuff?
No, it's actually if you don't play like Scruggs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah.
Yeah, because if clawhammer and 3 finger style aren't really related to each other, so you either play frailing or 3 finger, or you can play both. That's cool too. Yeah.
And you play not clawhammer, more Scruggs.
More
style.
Scruggs stuff, yeah.
Wow. That's pretty heavy. That you have an entire style named after you.
Yeah, he was the first one to do it.
That's wild.
He invented it.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know much. So would you imagine that? So luckily was Bill Monroe as popular then? Did that help Bill Monroe become popular? Or did we just get lucky that he was playing in a band that was popular, so it got to
Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys were popular. I believe they started in 1946. Okay. Around that time, and then Earl Scruggs and Lester Flatt joined the Bill Monroe Bluegrass Boys in 1949, and that's when the bluegrass sound kind of clicked. Okay. And that was the magic, and then it really took off from there.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you? I hate to keep. I'm fascinated. I think that I like bluegrass. You know, I've listened to stuff. I'm on the hunt for stuff. I've listened to a lot of things, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm listening to. Can you define bluegrass for us? What would be the definition? Not to put you on the spot. I don't know. I'm just curious. What was before bluegrass? Put it that way.
Before bluegrass was probably, folk, old-time Appalachian music. Okay. And like that early country sound. Okay. And then bluegrass music took the instruments from that time. And so the mandolin, fiddle, upright bass, banjo, guitar, and made their own sound out of it, which is Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys. That's their sound. And so it's just each instrument has their own role in the band that makes the sound what it is. Okay. It's high, lonesome harmonies.
And that's when it became known as bluegrass rather than old-time country music?
Yep. Wow. Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's called bluegrass because Bill Monroe's from Kentucky. Okay. Which is the bluegrass state.
Gotcha. Yep. Wow. That's cool. So, can you remember what was the first song that you like nailed it? That you were like, I'm doing this. I can do this.
Oh boy. Probably either Cripple Creek or Foggy Mountain Breakdown is the first 3 finger stuff I learned. Okay. Yeah.
That's funny. I'm not trying to interject myself, but I like I say, I like a lot of different things, and I don't know if I would call it bluegrass. I think I like bluegrass, but anyway, I took up the mountain dulcimer recently, trying to learn that, and the first song I learned was Cripple Creek. Yep. That's must be the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and all of like the books, it's Cripple Creek. That's the first one.
Okay. What's the next one? I didn't get to the next one yet.
Probably Boil Them Cabbage Down or Worried Man Blues.
Okay. Yep. I was learning something called Miss McLeod's Reel. Do you know what that is?
I don't know that one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. I'm learning it. That's funny. So Cripple Creek must be the easiest one. I'm all proud of myself.
It's a good standard that's simple. Mm-hmm. That the melody is simple, and so you can pick it up relatively quickly when you start understanding it.
Yeah, it's a good thing too, because like I'm just beginning, so
Yeah.
That's cool. So, what happens next? So, you are playing banjo. That's got to be interesting to your friends, or no? Or are they just like, oh, that's cool? You're like the banjo girl.
I think they grew into the idea. I think when I was in high school, it became cool, but as a second grader,
yeah, right,
it was not cool.
Yep, but that is cool though.
Yeah,
it is cool.
When I went to festivals, everyone was excited for me and embraced me in the jam circles. So,
oh, that's cool.
I looked forward to the summer.
How quickly were you going out, like you say, like out into the circuit, so to speak? How soon did you do that?
I was probably 7 or 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to my first Kids Academy at the Podunk Bluegrass Festival when I was 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you blow everybody's mind?
I wasn't that good.
Yeah, the fact that you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Was there any point where you thought, hey, I'm really good at this? Did you know it, or were you just like working, doing your thing, and not paying attention?
Well, I just did my own thing and kind of stayed under the radar. That way I was still accepted in jam circles, because the New England bluegrass community it's a tight one.
Okay.
And everyone knows everybody. And some people will be like, that guy, let's not draw attention to them. Maybe they won't come in. Sometimes. Not all the time. I mean, everyone is really, really friendly, really nice. But
you have to prove yourself.
Yeah, almost. And being younger, I was mostly jamming with adults.
Okay.
And so I didn't want to come off as, an obnoxious person.
Right. So you just were low key.
So I just low key, and if they threw me a break, I would take it, and hopefully it was good enough.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And so you just stayed with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens? You just did that all through school, and then you're after high school. Then what?
I'm currently at Central Connecticut State University for music ed.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Do you want to talk about this scholarship?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it?
IBMA. This was 2020 was the first year they were doing the scholarship, so it's new.
Okay.
And they said we are going to be giving out a scholarship to 5 female bluegrass players who are in high school or college.
Okay.
And so I applied. You had to fill out an application, and then you had to submit a video of yourself playing your instrument. So I played a Flint Hill Special, which is a Earl Scruggs standard. And I got the email one day and said, you have received this scholarship.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The reason it's mostly just geared toward young females in bluegrass is because Sally Ann Forrester was one of the bluegrass boys, one of Bill Monroe's bluegrass boys.
Wow.
She was the first female bluegrass
right. I got you.
artist. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. Is Flint Hill Special the one where you detune?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the tuner songs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that that's a scholarship winner? Like that's the one? Is that the one you pull out? You're just like, check this out.
Yeah, that's the one I was pretty solid on, and it has some difficult points where if someone is watching it and they know what's difficult about it, and you make it and you hit it right, then it's
they just
impressive.
go, okay, yeah, she's killing this.
Yeah, what's the timing with all the tuning, the detuning and tuning?
I've only heard it. I've never seen it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. Yeah. So, is that one of your big pieces? Like, did you know, you didn't learn that just for the thing, did you?
No, I already knew that.
So you're just like, I got this.
Yeah.
I'll do the Flint Hill Special.
Yep.
Wow. That's kind of awesome. Wow. That's cool. So what are you going to do with that? What happens?
That went towards my books for the the semester.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. So it worked out.
Yeah.
You said 2020. You're one of the first recipients.
Yep.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's wild. That's pretty cool. Did you have any idea? Did you think that you were like, I'm going to take this thing?
I just applied because it was out nationally to both high schoolers and college. So I'm like, I'm just going to put my hat in the ring and see what happens. And then I got an email from IBMA saying that we have narrowed down to 20 recipients and you were one of them. And best of luck, you'll be hearing from us in a week. And that's when I started thinking, this is a real possibility.
Connecticut representing.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
People from all over the country. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, a lot of the other recipients were from, like, North Carolina.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, down there.
They must have been upset. They said somebody from Connecticut took this? Wow.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I say. How about it for Connecticut?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Thanks.
Do you want to talk about this trio that you have?
Yeah, Bend in the River.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah. So we started playing together as a trio in 2016.
Okay.
Yep. And my brother and I first played together as G Squared.
Okay,
and we
so
were just
what does your
a duo.
brother play?
He plays guitar.
Okay.
Yep. And so it's banjo,
Is he in the
guitar.
scene, the bluegrass scene?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. Awesome.
Yeah, he is 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
Yep. And so he plays guitar and does a lot of the lead vocal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2015, we actually played the Portland Fair.
Oh, wow.
As G Squared. And then another bluegrass band that's around called Five and Change.
Okay.
They were playing after us. We were actually their opening act.
Mm-hmm.
And their bass player, whose name is Dave Casale, he saw us playing and was like, if you guys ever need a bass player, let me know. I just live in Glastonbury and we should play together. And the trio was born. And then so Dave joined us for a few practices and started getting some shows booked up and Bend in the River.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's the scene like? Where do you play? I'm not familiar with that scene. I would love to be.
It's hard almost because we're so young, and a lot of what we play at are like bluegrass series events that happen in breweries or other restaurants.
Okay.
And we'll be booked for that Sunday afternoon type of thing, or we'll play at some festivals.
Okay.
Like we're playing at the Podunk Bluegrass Festival in August this year.
Okay.
And we played there for a few years, which is nice. Or we'll play at fairs.
Mm-hmm.
We played the Portland Fair a few times, the Durham Fair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. I would love to see that. I got to get the schedule. You have like a website or something?
Yep, bendintheriverbluegrass.com.
Okay.
And we're also on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look for that because I think I like a lot of things, so I probably would. I don't know where to hear that stuff like that around here.
Yeah, there's not too much of it.
Yeah.
You have to know where to look.
Yeah.
There were a few places, like the Half Door in Hartford, was having a bluegrass series, but I think that got all messed up with the pandemic. Hanging Hills Brewery was doing that same thing, and then I think they closed because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you just have to be on the lookout.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine. How do you expand your repertoire? Mm-hmm. Like, how do you learn songs from the circle, the jamming circles? How do you do that?
For the band?
Yeah, or just in general, your path. Like, you're learning to play banjo when you're young. How do you accumulate songs? Do you listen to records? Like, how's it done?
Well, so bluegrass is going through this transition right now.
Okay.
And there's traditional bluegrass, which is Bill Monroe, Flatt and Scruggs, Tony Rice.
Yep.
JD
just died.
JD. Yeah.
Last year.
Oh, that was awful.
Yep.
JD Crowe.
Okay.
Those Ralph Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
Osborne Brothers.
Yep.
Those are the traditional bluegrass. You learn those songs, and you'll be set for jams. And then now we have some new bands coming on the scene who have their own sound.
Okay.
Like Delamay, the Steel Drivers.
Okay.
Lonely Heartstring Band had their own sound.
All right.
I'm missing a lot.
Well, that's all right.
The good ones.
Yeah.
But So we just learned some of the traditional and some of the new and
so you're
put
like,
it
you
together.
guys are straddling the,
Yeah.
you're straddling the thing.
Yep.
That's cool. Is that on purpose? That you just, you like both things?
We like both, yeah.
Is it becoming more, I would imagine probably in the old days, there's probably like, nope, we don't go any further than this. Is it like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
But you're younger, so you don't care.
Right.
You just like what's good.
Yeah. Yep.
That's interesting. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's some good bands that have like Balsam Range. They're a newer band, but they have their own sound that's similar to the traditional style of bluegrass. So they're like a good mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you play anything else other than banjo? Do you fool around with anything else?
No, not in the bluegrass world. No.
Okay. So most of the instruments, like you said, so you guys have guitar, upright bass, and yourself on banjo. So there would be like fiddles, mandolins.
Yep.
Pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Sometimes a dobro.
Okay.
But it's but I think what tends to happen is they don't have a banjo, they have a dobro. They're very similar.
I see.
Yeah, normally it's just a 5-piece
So it's one
band.
or the other.
Yep.
Yeah. No mandolin players in your future around here. No one can hang with you.
Oh, we haven't found any. Do you know any?
No. No.
Or any fiddle players. We're looking for those too.
Right?
Yeah. And we can get all those fiddle tunes in.
Yeah, really. Really. You don't run across any in your journeys, or everybody's kind of got their own thing going on?
We have, but they live in like Vermont.
Oh, really?
So it doesn't.
Yeah, I got
Practices wouldn't work too well.
Yeah, I got you. So not too many people around here that are that into it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of wild. That's a whole different scene than the rock and roll bar scene. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's cool. So what's next? What do you do next? You're studying at Central, and then you're gonna teach music.
Yep.
Wow, that's kind of exciting. You must be psyched.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
You're gonna play banjo for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
You're still gonna.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll always have bluegrass festivals and
yeah,
jamming in a random field with people.
Yeah, that's cool. I would. I gotta find you guys. I gotta see some of that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
We're playing the Durham Farmers Market, July 1st.
Oh, July 1st, Durham Farms Market, Bend in the River.
Bend in the River.
They're gonna be there.
Yep.
That's cool. Do you know when you're playing? You don't know. Afternoon.
Yeah, 3 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? That's kind of cool. I think I'll probably check that out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Do you have? I don't know if it's like rock and roll. I mean, do you have banjo heroes? Is there?
Yeah. Yep. Earl Scruggs.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, invented the world.
Right.
Yeah.
J.D. Crowe has I have a lot of influence from him.
Okay.
Yep. Eric Gibson from the Gibson Brothers.
Okay. Yeah. No,
yeah.
Sure.
He's like not everyone's hero, but I grew up listening to his music and watching him.
Okay.
Yeah, and have some talks.
What does he have that's different that you like? Can you describe it?
It's his own sound.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own licks. He has his own way of playing that sounds like him.
Okay. Does he still use the same techniques?
Yep, same techniques, but the way that he puts together his licks, and he also adds in this other style that I didn't talk about. It's called melodic style.
Okay.
So he adds in some of that melodic stuff too, which keeps it interesting.
That's kind of cool. So he's doing a few different things at once.
Yeah.
I've heard this mentioned. I have no idea what it means. What does drop thumb mean? What's that? Is that a style, a technique?
Yeah, it's like part of your role, or I think it's more in frailing and clawhammer.
Okay.
Yep, you take your thumb, which mostly stays on the top high string.
Okay.
You drop it down into one of the middle strings.
I see.
Yep.
I see. Okay, so it just gives it a different sound.
Yep, it's more like an alternating.
Right.
Instead of just that single drone note.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
I'm not sure the right questions to ask, because I don't really know a whole lot about banjo. So, is there anything that you would like to tell the whole wide world about banjo, that something that you think we should know or that we don't know? I know it's a weird question,
yeah.
but,
Banjo.
Banjo.
It's cool.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's a cool instrument.
I don't doubt that.
Not a lot. It's not a well-known instrument, really, to most people.
Yeah.
But, I mean, once you start playing, there's unlimited possibilities as to what you could do because of, I think, really just because of the open tuning. It's unique to that instrument, which I think helps it give it its own sound.
Yeah, for sure. Can you change tunings? Do people do that?
Yep, you can change tunings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's got to be some clowns out there playing like a 6-string banjo, like a guitar or something.
Yeah, that's a gitcho.
Oh, okay.
And it's a banjo head and neck.
Yeah.
But with 6 strings tuned like a guitar.
Right, and they think they're playing banjo.
Yeah.
So doing some sort of finger picking at something. And they think that they're cool.
Yeah.
You're not into that.
I mean,
you don't need to be.
Just if you want to have it for that tone.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
I'm saying they're taking advantage of
that
the sound.
You're playing guitar. You're not playing a banjo unless you're playing with like a Scruggs or a Frailing style.
Right.
You're not playing the banjo.
Right. So they're taking advantage of the sound.
Yeah.
Without paying respect to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. That's the problem. It's just minor, and this is nothing. Like I literally, if you could take your mind back, I just learned Cripple Creek. That's the level I'm at.
Yeah.
But like with my dulcimer, it's like I want to learn the repertoire because I think that I like that music, and I'm watching things on YouTube and figuring songs out because I want to play that music.
Yeah.
Then I have my friends go, "Oh, hey, bro, man, come over and we'll play," and I'm just like, no, I don't want to play a Black Crow song. I want to play dulcimer.
Yeah.
I want to learn this music.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'm sure you know, but like the dulcimer, it's DAD. It's an open tuning.
Okay.
So all it is an open tuned guitar with 3 strings.
Yeah.
So it's not like an exotic sound, but the inversions that you play because of the way that it's tuned is what makes it interesting. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to get a 6-string banjo and take advantage of the sound. I want to learn the thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Anyway.
And the I should also mention too that the banjo that I'm talking about is a 5-string banjo.
Oh, okay. Talk about the differences.
So yeah, we went over the 6-string, which is a guitar with the banjo tone.
Okay.
And then there's 5-string banjo, which is mostly the bluegrass and country stuff.
Okay.
That's where you have the 5 strings, the Scruggs style.
Okay.
And clawhammer goes with that. And then there's a 4-string banjo, which is the tenor banjo.
Oh.
And that is mostly in Irish music.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Whole different thing. I know zero about that. Really?
I know that, it's in a whole different tuning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's mostly played with a flat pick, guitar pick.
Yep.
That's all I know about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's interesting because you'd think most people who don't know anything think a banjo is a banjo.
Right.
And they would think, go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes someone will come up to me and they're like, oh, I have this banjo part. Can you play it? And it'll be a 4-string part. And I'm like, I can't play that.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Right. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Right, because you're learning it from what came first? Or there is no first. They're just parallel.
I don't know what came. Probably the 4-string. I'm going to say the 4-string came first in Ireland.
Okay.
Because the 5-string came over from Africa.
Okay.
And they had it over in the plantations, and they made it out of gourds and.
I see.
And everything, and then America took it over and made it what it is today.
Yeah. Did Earl Scruggs? So he was already playing a 5-string.
Yep.
I was afraid you were going to say he invented that.
No, he did not invent that. Just the style.
Yeah. Right. Right. That's cool. That's wild. So you didn't ever make it. Well, you did make a choice. Did you know you were making a choice? Like.
I didn't really know.
Okay.
I didn't know, but I didn't want to switch either.
No. Why? Yeah. You're just like, no. I like this. I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Irish music necessarily.
Well, bluegrass is interesting because bluegrass has different branches.
Okay.
Really, and one of them is Irish fiddle tunes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Which is different from
not having Irish fiddle tunes, really. Just that came from the fiddle being part of the genre.
Okay.
I really think.
But you can have fiddle in other genres too.
Yeah, but like Old Joe Clark, Salt Creek. My God, my brother knows a lot of the fiddle tunes.
Okay.
Blackberry Blossom, I think, is one.
Okay.
But a lot of those came in from the Irish fiddle tune land.
Can you play those on 5-string, or is that like sacrilege?
Yeah,
or
you can.
Kind of you can figure it out.
Yep. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. One I just learned, Whiskey Before Breakfast. That's a big one.
I've seen somebody do that on Mountain Dulcimer with a capo.
Yep.
They do this high string thing.
Yep. Yeah, Whiskey Before Breakfast is one that I learned, and I learned it. Most of fiddle tunes, I believe, probably are done on banjo in the melodic style.
Okay.
And that is just not hitting the same string more than once. That didn't really make any sense.
Yeah,
so
no,
like,
okay. Say it again. I'll figure it out.
If I'm hitting the middle string on the 2nd fret, I'm not going to hit the middle string again, because then that's repeating the string.
I gotcha.
So if I need to find that note that would maybe be 2 frets down, I would have to go to a different string to find that note.
Oh, wow.
And it just keeps the flow of this, like, it doesn't dampen the sound at all because all the strings just ring. You don't dampen the sound by hitting the string twice in a row.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
I think I get it. So it's like a linear style. You're not going back over.
Yeah.
The string that you played before.
Yep.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Is there anybody? Well, I'm sure there's somebody. Is there anybody notable that does it all?
Probably Jens Kruger.
Okay.
From the Kruger brothers.
Can do the whole 4-string Irish thing and the 5-string.
Oh, not really the 4-string. Probably just all the styles, melodic and Scruggs. I don't think he does a lot of clawhammer, but he's crazy at melodic. Bill Keith kind of invented and really popularized melodic style.
So it would be difficult to master everything, right?
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah. Sorry if this, I don't know what, I'm sure maybe you're, because people like myself who don't know much are just like, the stupid question, but Bela Fleck, what's his deal?
Melodic master.
Okay. Can you describe melodic just real quick, just for me, so I understand? If you can.
Yeah, that's the not doubling up on the string. So, okay. I don't really... Bela Fleck. If melodic style is Bela Fleck.
Okay.
All that crazy, like 4, 6 notes in a row. Mm-hmm. That's because he's not hitting the same string twice.
So I think I understand. So it's like a constant cycle.
It's a constant cycle of notes because you just...
And they're all ringing because you're not.
Yeah, you just go to the next string.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you learn patterns. You learn those patterns, how you yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's no... Yeah, you can have open strings, but you're not going to... It's mostly just a closed position type thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
You like Bela Fleck?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how... So you're not hardcore traditionalist. You like anything that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I know a lot of traditional stuff just because my my banjo teacher, Pete Kelly, after I took... He was who I took from after Dave Porteous. He knew a lot of traditional stuff, and that's what he played. Mm-hmm. So that's what I learned about, sure. And that's why I know all of this stuff. He taught it to me.
Sure.
Yeah, he played with Michael Cleveland.
Okay.
Yep. So that he mostly did just the traditional Scruggs style stuff, but he wasn't a traditionalist, and so I was able to branch off and
I see
kind of make your own style and.
So
stuff.
you lucked out. You didn't just learn all the old stuff and then stop right there.
Right. Right. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
There's got to be some hardcore people around.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah. Well, good for them.
Yeah.
I guess. All right, cool. Anything else you want to, before I start asking the wacky questions?
Oh, no.
You know about the wacky questions? They're not that wacky.
I heard about them.
Nah, they're not. Oh, you heard about them?
I heard
really?
that question's
talking?
coming.
No, I don't know. There's no wacky questions. I guess, actually not wacky at all, kind of pertinent. Because I'm always curious, because I'm a drummer, I play. Mm-hmm. Do you practice consistently? Are you a consistent practicer?
I want to be.
Sure, we all want to be.
No, I'm not a consistent practicer. When something's coming up, that definitely gives more motivation to practice, and that's when I become more consistent.
Yeah, you didn't do the Flint Hill special just one day out of the blue. Like
no,
you worked that one
I
out.
worked that one. Yeah, it's always easier when you have a song to work on.
Okay.
Now I don't have a song. Really, I could pick a song and find a tab for it, or I could be crazy and do it by ear, which
you guys take turns picking songs in your trio? Someone goes, hey, how about this one?
Yeah, sometimes.
Just once in a while?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So.
The question would be, like, is there anything particular that you're working on right now, practice-wise, that would be interesting to talk about? But if not, that's cool. Just curious.
Yeah, right now it's mostly trying to figure out breaks to songs Evan picked for the band, my brother.
Okay.
He's been doing a lot of Tony Rice stuff, and of course they're off an album called Manzanita that don't have banjo in them, and so I have to make it up. I can't figure it out. I can't just be like, what's this guy doing, and like go off of that.
Are you okay? Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Like figuring it out?
Yeah, I could do it. Just takes
add
more.
Banjo where there was not banjo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So that's what I've been doing.
Oh, that's cool.
Or what I've more recently been doing is going back and listening to like traditional stuff that I learned earlier on, like clinch mountain backstep.
Okay. I don't know that one.
Ralph Stanley tune.
Okay.
I learned that's a pretty early on song that you learned, and I learned a break to it from tab.
Okay.
And from what I've found from learning from tab is you learn that, and then like you don't know how to stray from it to make it your own.
Sure. That makes sense.
So I just like put on Ralph Stanley recording of Clinch Mount Backstep and listen to it, and I'm like, oh, I know what he's doing, because my ear has developed over the years.
I get
so
it. Yep.
I've been
awesome.
kind of going back and
connecting the dots.
and
Got it.
being like, oh, I like that guy's lick. Let me figure that out, and that's what
awesome.
That's what I've been doing.
I guess that's the benefit of I a lot of times tell my students that it's like it's if they're not as interested as long, but if you stick with it, you can connect all those dots later. It makes sense. Like you say, if you just learned it from tab, you'd learn it by rote and not understand how it would relate to something else, and then you're kind of bringing it together and going, oh yeah, I know how to play that.
Yeah.
I just was thinking of it as tab in the order that they're showing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you're like unlocked now.
Yeah, and then you connect that with, if I do that 2 frets down, I could just do it in this key.
Sure.
And then it's like a whole other world.
Right. So you don't have to say, I only know it in so and such a key.
Right.
You just figure it out.
Right.
Yeah,
and your brain explodes.
Yep. No, hey, that's why we do this.
Yeah.
To constantly have our brains explode.
Yep.
That's cool. What are you listening to lately? Anything we should know about? Anything good?
Oh boy. Balsam Range. Mention them.
Okay.
I listen to basically anything.
Sure.
Going on. My mom's been playing some 80s going on. We were listening to Billy Joel.
Sure.
Queen.
Yep.
I had Reba McEntire on the other day.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Do you have a desert island album?
Oh boy.
Or a few?
A few.
Things that you could listen to, that you're like, I'd be fine with this.
Blue Highway. I think it's just that's the name of the album. Blue Highway is the artist, but it's also the name of the album.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. Actually going to write that down. Blue Highway.
All their albums are good, but I think if I had to pick one, it would be that one.
Okay.
It's a solid one. Billy Strings.
Oh, sure. What's his deal? I hear his name a lot.
Unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Unbelievable. He doesn't hit a wrong note.
Really?
And it's never muffled. His tone is incredible.
Yeah. I'll have to check him out.
You should do it. We have Fiddle Tune X is the CD that we have.
Okay.
And that would be a desert island one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
He has a lot of influence from Doc Watson.
Oh, okay.
If you hear like that album and like some of he does a lot of Doc Watson tunes. Okay. So if you hear him do that and then hear Doc Watson play, you're like, I understand where you got all your your licks from and your sound from. It's, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what is it? Can you describe what is it that Doc Watson does? What's his contribution? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
That's guitar. That's a lot of guitar player world right there.
Okay.
I think it's just how he sung.
Okay.
Had a feeling to it that people gravitated towards, and his playing is also really amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, just how he put his notes together for his licks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Too.
So Billy Strings is a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
he won Guitar Player of the Year at the IVMAs a few years ago, I think. I don't know the exact year, but I know he did win.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, a lot of youngsters. You're a youngster. A lot of youngsters. I hear a lot of talk about bluegrass. I have nephews that are younger, and it seems like younger people are getting into it.
Yeah.
And I hear Billy Strings. Everyone's talking about Billy Strings.
Yeah. No, he's a new one on the scene.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, Desert Island albums.
Yeah. I mean, I was going through like my music
Yeah.
in my phone, and I only got to the B's.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know how it is. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, the food. You know the food question.
I don't know the food
Food
question.
What could you eat every day? What could you go? This would be fine. I'd stop right here.
Pasta.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah.
That was quick. That was an answer. Most people. Yeah.
Pasta.
No particular.
Like a ziti with the cheese on top.
Oh hell yeah.
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 100%.
100. Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What are you doing? Just gonna finish school.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Play some gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Does Billy Strings have a band, or is he just him?
He has a band, but they're Billy Strings.
I got you.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
His players are cool.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
I don't know. I don't know
We
that.
don't
Yeah. I think my brother said he's from Nashville. Actually, I think I heard him say that, but he makes stuff up all the time.
Yeah, but you won the scholarship from Connecticut. We don't care about Nashville. We don't care. We're representing Connecticut, right? Are you on? You want me to turn you on?
Sure.
Dave Senior, the boss over here, is going to comment.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's happening.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, Connecticut representing.
You know, Clara, tell them about when Mama you took the trip down south and visited all the museums.
Yeah. So, spring break of my. Oh my God, I don't know. I think it was 2019 because 2020 everything shut down, right? It was 2018 or 2019. My family took a trip over my brother and I spring break we went down to Kentucky and into Nashville.
Okay.
And in Kentucky, we hit Bill Monroe's hometown, Rosine, Kentucky, and visited his house, picked on his porch, which was awesome. Did some Bill Monroe tunes on his porch.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
You can check that out on our Facebook page.
I will.
And
that's awesome.
They got pictures too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we hit Owensboro, Kentucky, which is where the Bluegrass Hall of Fame and Museum is.
Wow.
So we went and saw that and learned a bunch more history and saw all of our heroes up on plaques.
Yeah.
And then we went down to Nashville after we did that. And our high school friend of my dad's actually lives down there, Sean Byrne.
Okay.
And we asked if he could help us record an album. And he has a studio in his basement in his house. And so he helped us record an album.
Right then and there.
Right there.
Wow.
Well, it was organized.
Awesome.
It was organized beforehand.
Wow.
But yeah, we were there for 6 hours.
Whoa.
Recorded it live.
Did you do Flint Hill Special?
I did not. I did Randy Lynn Rag, which is another tuner song. So we did that. So that is recorded and.
So spring break, you went to the motherland.
Yeah.
And made a record.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's great.
It's in the can.
We did.
Man. It's in the can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're for sale downstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance
has their CD.
That's
yes.
right. That's awesome.
Yep.
The one recorded there.
Yeah, in Nashville.
Wow.
Yep, at Great Hill Studios.
That's wild. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, then when we did all the sites, we did the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Ryman.
Sure.
Saw a concert there, which was awesome.
Oh, really? Who'd you see?
Laurie McKenna.
Okay.
Yeah. and learn more history.
Yeah.
Just soaked it all in.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you're going to become a teacher, pass it all on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's really interesting. It's cool. Well,
Yeah.
hey, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
And she was one of the first people that played in the high school band, that played banjo in the high school band.
Really?
Yeah, I played in their jazz band.
Awesome.
Yep.
You were like, hey, I'm doing that. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep.
Did you play solo?
I think I played one solo, but it was already written out for me.
That's cool. So
Yep.
first time ever, a banjo chair was created
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the school band. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Great. That's cool. Yeah. I how often do the bluegrass circles get? How often when and where do they get together? I want to witness some of this.
Well, it's hard to say now.
Okay.
Because
right. Of course.
everything is starting to come back.
Sure.
Nothing is really established right now.
Right.
There's a jam group I've been jamming with them since I was 7.
Okay.
Called the Pick and Pickers.
Okay.
I'm not sure where they're meeting right now, but
Okay.
they are a thing. And yeah, honestly, jams is where you learn a lot of your songs
Okay.
because you play the same ones. There's only
Sure.
so many that are like the jam classics where, you get into a beginner circle and those are the ones that everyone knows.
Mhm.
So half of our Bend in the River set is just songs we learned in jams.
Yeah. Right. Well.
Yeah.
You and everyone else, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, keep us posted. Find out when the scene gets plugged back in.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah,
go
it's-
check it out.
Mostly just festivals. Podunk there's actually a one-day festival happening on June 26th at Hilltop Farm in Suffield that we're going to. Evan and I aren't playing there, but we're going there because it's going to be the first festival since February 2020.
Okay. Maybe we can put some links
Yeah.
in our Facebook description for some
Sure.
of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Start
Yeah.
doing that. Awesome.
Yeah. And then, more festivals, but a lot of them are in Maine
Okay.
that are happening now, but other
Sure.
ones are in Vermont and
Sure.
New York, but that's when they
Yep.
can happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome. Really interesting.
We'll have to get Clara and Evan up here on the green screen and pick out a couple of
Oh,
tunes.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, and Evan's been studying with Ed for quite a few years.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get something going. Yeah.
He does some great
When we
flat
get
pick.
into phase 2, performance level.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe you can condescend to me. We'll learn Cripple Creek and I'll play along.
Okay.
And it'll be terrible.
On dulcimer.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
This is really interesting. Come back anytime. Anything that if you feel like we didn't talk about, you know where to find us. We'll just do this again. We're going to get the green screen going. We're going to start playing up here.
Nice.
So let's do that
Cool.
for sure.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Cool. All right. I think that's cool. You got no.
I think that's, hit a lot.
All right. Clara Guilmette, that's her. John Peckman podcast. She was here live and in person.
Yes, she was.
We're going to get the trio up in here maybe someday. You never know.
Yeah.
It could be. All right. Thanks for listening, kids. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Clara Guilmette, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Congratulations on the scholarship.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Connecticut represent. You know what I'm saying? Anyone could be from Nashville. Oops. Know what I'm saying? John Peckman podcast. Connecticut School of Valley Music of Scalamaskin in Connecticut. We'll see you. Take it easy. Bye.